My name is Pam Stewart, and I'm running for Chatham County Commissioner, and I'm in District 4, as was stated previously. And I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Most of you probably don't know me, and I welcome the fact that we may have some time to visit later, because I believe that that is very important, that we have an opportunity to connect and know a little bit about one another. So I'm going to give you some of the information about who I am and where I came from and my background. And my husband Keith and I live in Silcote, in the community of Silcote. Keith is a native of Chatham County. He was born and raised in Pittsburgh. I was actually born in Durham County. My father lives right next door to me in Silcote, and he's been there for quite some time and worked at Charles Craft Hadley Peoples for many, many, many years prior to their closing. I work and have worked for 22 years in the agribusiness for a global company in Research Triangle Park. And yes, I'm one of that almost 60% workforce that travels outside of Chatham County to work each day. I'm a web communications manager there, so I'm sort of a techie person. I like technology. I'm an old dog, but I'm not afraid to learn some new tricks. I have a great staff that reports to me. They actually do all the really hard work. And I'm also very involved there as a Making Science Make Sense volunteer. I lead a group there of volunteers in the company that we go out to different elementary schools and we teach hands-on science to kids. We share how science is fun. And it's a very important thing that we do because it's very, and I had heard a few minutes ago talk about, get excited about kids and watching them, how they react when they actually make a polymer. As a matter of fact, I'm almost famous. I have a video on YouTube that someone took at the Farm Progress Show a few weeks ago out in Iowa, where I was making sticky icky. So it's something that I believe in. I believe in education. I have 3 children and I have 7 grandchildren. So I believe that education is very important. I feel that I'm a lifelong learner. I like to learn, I like to read, I like to study. I'm taking Spanish right now as another language. I've taken some German classes, and I think it gets harder and harder each time I take a new class, but still I'm not afraid to actually learn something new. But I'm also a facilitator, a coach. I spend about 2 days a month teaching and coaching leadership principles for the company. And that, I think, probably is one of my biggest loves. And that's one of the reasons that I'm here tonight, is that I think that everything rises and falls on leadership. Whether you're in the political area, in government, or whether you're in the private industry, leadership is extremely important. And the biggest part of that is connecting with other people. Letting people know that you hear them, you respect them, that you want them to come to you, that you're open, that you want to hear their issues, and that you're willing to help them. And I think that's the big thing. I think there was a quote by Abraham Lincoln that says, he who criticizes should have a heart to help. And so if you're going to criticize something, then you need to be willing to get in there and do something about it. And that's basically the way that I like to look at it. I've also served on diversity councils. I think that diversity is very important. I think it's important in all areas. To have diversity of ideas, of thoughts, that's where we get all our innovation. That's where we push people to the limit to come up with new things, new ideas. You don't have to agree with me all the time. I'm not going to agree with everyone else. And I guess you'll see as you see the 3 candidates here that are running, that we're kind of different too. We have different personalities. But we respect that, and I like to hear people when they come and they say, I have a different opinion. I'm always willing to listen. And so, as I said, leadership is very, very important to me. So, get out and vote. I welcome your support. I welcome your questions. If you have anything that you'd like to ask, I'm willing to answer.